Hey friends, Adam here with FED. Now, I have made a video about this already about whether or not the new DLC has made the DLC expansion pass, the $25 US dollar pass, worth the cash. And I ultimately said yes. But there have been plenty of people who have expressed their disdain or their distaste for the DLC pass. But before we continue any farther, make sure to go check out the Patreon page. I revamped it recently with 3 new tiers. We have the Valve Flame, Mjolnir, and Forseti tiers, respectively. And anyone who is a Mjolnir or Forseti tier patron will have access to videos that'll be uploaded often to the Patreon. Today's video that's being uploaded is a class guide for the new units in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So if you're interested in that, at least just go take a look at the Patreon and consider donating if you can. I understand not everyone has the cash to. Every little bit helps, and I'm just trying to make that a little more appealing for those who are supporting me and who wish to. So again, links in the description or up in the iCard or whatever in the top corner, however that works. Go check that out. And yeah, back to the show. Now, I feel like the most vocal part of the fan base is displeased with the DLC pass for 3 Houses. There have been a few videos put out by some more prominent Fire Emblem YouTubers saying they aren't necessarily fond of it. Now, my thing is, like, I'm okay if you didn't enjoy the gameplay of Cindered Shadows, because that's a super subjective thing. But to say that all 4 waves, everything we've gotten with the DLC pack, isn't worth $25, to me is a little ridiculous. Now, I really enjoy the DLC, so I might be a little biased. I had a lot of fun with Cindered Shadows. I really like the new characters and their especially like their spell list and everything. They're really fun, useful units, honestly. And I like the new classes. I think they're really cool, especially Trickster with foul play. But I think part of the problem for people is that they are looking at Cindered Shadows. They're looking at the side story and saying, well, that's what I paid for. That's the $25. But it's not. That's a huge part of it. But you also paid for new classes. You paid for new characters. Paid for new maps to earn more experience and more items on. You paid for new outfits and skins for characters and whatever else. You paid for what you paid for. You got a lot of extra added content to the game. I think the problem stems just from like, oh, well, it's like almost half the game's price. That's ridiculous. But then you look at other video games. You know, look at Super Smash Brothers, for instance. For 5 new characters, it was, what was the, I might be wrong. I feel like that pass was about $25. Might have been $20, the fighter pass for the first one. And they're going to do a second one with 6 more fighters. That was, you know, it's kind of a lot of money. It was about the same as this pass, and all you got were new characters and a new stage for each. Which to me, I don't know, like the value seems similar, but I don't see people being really upset about the price of that. But that's not even like the most egregious use of DLC by companies. You look at some other video games, and you look at like Fortnite, you know, and all these other mobile games that nickel and dime you to death. But then look at even other fighting games, you know, that'll charge you $1.50, $2, $3 per pop for a new skin for a character, and people buy them. It's like it shouldn't cost that much, but it does. And we're paying $25 for a whole new gameplay mode, which granted is 7 chapters, but I think they're longer. They're designed to be longer. It feels more like a 12-chapter campaign in terms of length when comparing it to the first 12 chapters of 3 Houses, except without all the monastery garbage, which made me pretty happy. So to me, I see the DLC pass, comparing it to other things, as a really good deal. I think it is priced pretty appropriately. Of course, anyone would say they wish it was cheaper because spending less money is dope. But I think they could have easily charged more for it too. I really appreciate Koei Tecmo and Intelligent Systems for keeping the price to a point that is reasonable for what they gave us. But that's my opinion. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think that the DLC was overpriced? And if you do, please tell me why. Why do you think it is overpriced? I would honestly just love to hear what you have to say on this topic. And maybe we'll talk about it again in a couple days if we get a good enough response or enough or some really good thoughts or some people that disagree with me. And if you think it is worth it, tell me why. I want to know. I just want to see both sides of the spectrum, because all I'm seeing right now is DLC wasn't worth it. I want to hear from people who think it's worth it too. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, remember to go check out the Patreon for some more content of mine, and if you wouldn't mind donating, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.